It started on TikTok, where I get all my information from. This is my summer of the aliens. They're fucking real. And if you guys aren't keeping up on David Grush and the congressional hearings, you're out of your fucking mind. They're real. Disclosure is here.
I hear this.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know why now.
Listen, I hear about this.
Man, I am in the fifth dimension.
Every day.
I'm working on...
At all hours.
I want to communicate with the aliens. If you can get me in communication with these aliens, I'm here for it.
She's got the audiobooks, the podcasts, every fucking TikTok video about it, the news streams.
I'm obsessed. I can't stop. I can't stop. There was one day
I will
made
say
myself
this
depressed.
in your defense.
I'm ill. I'm mentally ill with this stuff.
In your defense.
Go ahead.
The fact that there are congressional hearings, and no, hold on. This used to be a thing in a movie. The fact that it's actually happening, and they're like, we have crafts. We have the bodies, and this is like really happening. And then they're like, okay, well, that's interesting. And then they're like, have you been to a sandals resort? Like right after the commercial, and nobody gives up.
Yeah. Shit. AOC is asking questions about aliens. You're like, this is fucking nuts.
It is nuts.
And look, I was never a UFO person until I stumbled on TikTok on David Grush, this guy that was head of ATIP. They always have these stupid acronyms in the skiff.
Yeah.
And he's saying he's a whistleblower. And he's like, look, we have not only alien crafts, we have their bodies, and there's these deep state operations working now. They're utilizing this alien technology.
Memorable moments,
We're reverse engineering stuff in the deep state. Listen, Duncan and I have been back and forth.
Duncan's good for this.
I called Duncan right after the congressional hearing, and he goes, yeah, man, I'm live streaming it right now. And he and I got into it. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready for the aliens.
So here's some of them for people
that
haven't
here,
followed
though.
it.
It's too late.
The government is absolutely in possession of UAPs.
They call it UAPs, not UFOs now. Like it changes.
Because
anything.
UFO...
Unidentified aerial phenomenon.
Yeah, so UFO has the
negative connotations of being a crazy person.
So they have to rebrand it, So David Grush, the former U.S. intelligence officer, told the panel that he is absolutely certain the federal government is in possession of UAPs. When asked, does that mean there is money in the budget that is set to go to a program, but it doesn't, and it goes to something else? And he said, yes, I have specific knowledge of that, meaning we have a program in the government to deal with unidentified, what is it? Aerial phenomena
that the government isn't aware of.
Yeah. Scroll down.
Skunk works. I've
the
read
next
about
one,
it.
this was obviously the one that I think it would be the most exciting for someone. When he was asked, did we get the pilots? He said, yes. And then they go, are they human? He said, no, they're non-human biologics.
God damn it, Tom. I've watched this a million times.
Well, we're reading it to an audience.
Human biologics.
That's the whole point.
Non-human. But now here's the deal, man. It says, Grush said he prefers to use the term non-human rather than alien or extraterrestrial. And I believe they asked him, why do you use that term? And he goes, well, because there's things we don't understand. Meaning, so a lot of people, the comments were like, oh, he could be a squirrel piloting the thing. Well, then he would have fucking said, we found a chimp or a squirrel. Non-human biologists. So he's also inferring, by the way, these non-human entities are already here because he said that they're interdimensional. That means they're fucking here already in the fifth dimension, the fourth dimension. We just can't perceive it. It's fucking crazy. They're in the oceans. They're in the government.
I hear all day. I've been hearing this all day.
I am fucking.
For
please,
weeks.
David Grush, if you come on your mom's house, you can disclose. We'll put you in a skiff. You can tell us all the classified details.
What if the non-human biologic is shown in Congress and the first thing it says is like,
I'm Jewish.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
I'm looking for a girl.
Crazy.
I'm looking for a girlfriend.
Okay. Officials must establish a safe and transparent reporting process.
Because there is no process right now. People are told to shut up, basically, when the pilots do
encounter these.
Yes, and there's no way to report it, and people are afraid to because you're called crazy.
Yeah.
Not only that, commercial airline pilots are saying, oh yeah, we see UFOs constantly. Meaning when you're on your United flight or American Airlines or whatever.
They just look at each other in the cockpit and they're like,
And by the way, because they're not on our official radar or whatever being discussed,
We're about to touch down in Chicago. Everybody had a good flight. Make sure you see there's a fucking alien craft just flew over, and we'll be on the ground shortly. Thanks very much.
Yeah, but it's also a hazard because you could be hit by one of these things because they're not in the dialogue.
The description of one of those, of how it flew.
Anti-gravity, Tom, we already know about this. Bob Lazar disclosed this. He was on the JRE back in 2017 or 2018. It's called anti-gravity, utilizing also the element 115. Okay? It is now on the periodic table of elements.
Which gets to you the most, that there's a stigma associated with sightings, and it silences those possible witnesses.
Yeah, but why now? The big question in the UFO community is why disclosure now? Why is the government...
Well, a lot of people like to go, because you just see it immediately. It's like, this is to distract us from this other thing. And of course, they're conveniently doing this now because everything is so bad in the world, you know?
Yeah, but they don't... There's other way. I don't know. This is a big card. The UFO card's a big card, and no one cares. That's the best part, is that on TikTok, everybody's like, the government told us there's aliens, and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, that part is kind of true.
Nobody cares.
Nobody really cares.
Nobody cares.
It's kind of interesting that nobody really cares.
I know.
It's almost the most interesting part is like, how come nobody really cares?
Why does nobody care?
Yeah, that's what's fascinating.
I know. We're more upset about the Bud Light commercial than we are aliens exist and might be among us right now, living in another dimension.
I think the reason is that we actually got to the point where they go, okay, this might be real. There might be aliens, and people are like, and what am I supposed to do about that?
Right. What the fuck?
How does this affect my life my mortgage payment is still due.
That's what they're saying, yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Are aliens going to pay my bills?
Yeah.
People are like, that's what they're saying on TikTok. It's like, yeah, but I can't, eggs are fucking $8 a carton.
Dude.
I don't care.
So nothing changes.
I get it.
Nothing changes. To the visiting species to Earth, I'd just like to say, welcome. Howdy.
Our new alien overlords, we welcome you.
I recommend the brisket if you're going to